Now let's go to his house and find that Charlie. Sit over here. Come here and sit down.
Hello, hello, hello.
It says it's supposed to be in Pokeball. Here it is. Pokemon. If you're reading this, Douglas, then I'm reading this Pokemon number 2. Look how the little fiery bottle from Gensan. That's you. That's Charmander? Yes. But how you can make him that? This is Dave too. It's too big. We can't call it Charmander. Charmander. They call him it. Fiery. There you go. That's how I call watery. Fine, I'll show you. His name. What's his name? Which one should I trade him with? Pikachu? Oh! Now let's battle. Let's go train.
Wala bang malapit dyan atin na pwede mo naman? Wala ko dito na
That's my friend's house.
regalo. May box mo.
Where should we go to explore? We can do whatever we want now. Yeah, I should.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to check out the Rileys.
No.
Paano na lang yan? Mag-alis na kami 1:30.
There's the wife. Hello, hello, hello. We're here, we're live, we're here. We're here and we're live. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here and we're live. Jabez, when you have that pause, can you turn the fan towards me a little bit, please?
Okay.
Ang ano? I think next, ano?
Hello, Joey B. Welcome, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you, sir. How do you find them? Well, the Rileys are hiding out in a far, far land, far away from everybody. Seems like. Yep, we're going to a family wedding today, so I thought I'd jump on here a little bit before we get started getting ready. Here in the Philippines, weddings can be interesting. We've actually been to several since we've been here, and you can either have a few people there or like hundreds of people there. But this one should be a few hundred at least. But we'll see what happens. Cowboys are losing to the Bears. Unbelievable. So they haven't fired that coach yet, huh? I seen Jerry Jones talk about he wanted to keep him still. Mike Roberts is in the house. Yeah, it's not even Saturday yet, and I had to take a shower a while ago. Actually, I just got out of the shower. I don't know if you can tell my hair is a little wet. It's either sweat or wet here, one or the other. So yeah, I'm ahead of schedule on bath time. Wow, how about them Cowboys, Joey? That's it. Yeah, 100 people at a wedding. Yeah, that's on the light side of a wedding. Typically, what happens at a wedding here is word of mouth. People find out there's going to be a wedding, and just even if you don't know the people will show up there, and especially at the reception. When we got married here, we kept it we kept it low. You know, tried to only tell the family members that we were getting married. Had it on a Thursday, I believe it was, so it's not like a weekend where everybody was off. So had the wedding one place and the reception way down the road at another place. And then it was at a special resort area where you had to go into get to the reception. So not everybody, had to get past the guards and stuff. So you weren't getting all the neighbors and their friends and all that stuff. But weddings here can be very interesting. This is my wife's cousin that is getting married. So he's one of the younger cousins. So should be a pretty nice affair. One of our kids is in the wedding. Yeah, your wedding party is usually very large here. You have 5 or 6 groomsmen, and then you have a ring bearer, a Bible bearer, and a corn bearer. Coins. So that's and then you have somebody that puts a veil over you and a cord, and yeah, it can be interesting. I'm just hoping we're in the air conditioner church. We've been to the hotel that they're having the reception in. We've been to that before for the last wedding we went to. So at least we know where that is. Hey, no problem, no problem. Jebez, can you go in there to my room and grab
Jim,
my headphones? You know, the white ones. They should be on my dresser right there.
Jim, what's with that? Taylor.
I like the courthouse better. Yeah. You know, I went to a courthouse wedding as well. My brother in law and his wife got married there. And the problem with that is you got the 100 people that show up for a courthouse. Thank you, Jebez. For the courthouse wedding, and then you're just in a little bitty small room. So it was, kind of crazy. All those people there for a courthouse wedding, and no place to sit or stand or whatever. I stood up in the back, tried to stay out of the way. Is that your plans, Mike Roberts? Is that what you plan on doing? Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. I just put the headphones on so I can have the microphone a little closer to the face, so I don't have to yell. Yeah, So my wife is supposed to be getting ready for this wedding. Is that food? Is that gray? Hello, hello, my friend. How are you? Welcome back. Mike, you don't know 100 people. Well, if you get married in the Philippines here, Mike, um, you don't even have to know the people. They just show up. Uh, right, right. I'm with you, my friend. Hey, Merce. Come on, Mama. I was trying to get Mercy to at least come on and say hi before she starts getting ready for this thing. Mercy, come say hi to everybody before
Hi
you start getting ready.
everybody.
They can't hear you.
Happy. I have an hour ready.
Yeah, I know.
Mylene Raka, hello. Brian Dubs.
Brian, welcome back, my friend. Yeah, we're over here, and
The real Joey B.
Joey B's in the house. Mike Roberts is here.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody's coming on, coming on strong. I put these headphones in so I could not have to yell at the computer. I feel like sometimes I got to yell at the laptop to have people hear me. I don't know why. They must show up for the food and the liquor. Yes, yes. Typically, I've never been to a wedding here that's had like the liquor and stuff, right?
Oh, make
Maybe
her.
wine, right?
There are some.
Yeah,
I think the place we're going to is conservative.
yeah. Merce says, well, depends on what style wedding you're having. Most of the ones we've been to so far have just been conservative weddings. Like we had wine at our wedding, but that was it, and not too many people were drinking. I mean, we drank, but the wine wasn't that good, so I didn't drink much of it. So, right, and plus, I didn't want to get too wasted, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hi, Mike.
uh, Yep, it's actually just past noon here.
You sweat? Are you sweating?
I just got out of the shower. What
Oh,
are you talking about?
you're hot.
So it's about 8 minutes past noon. Yeah, Mercy has to get ready for this wedding. It's only going to take her.
2 hours.
Did you iron my shirt? Oh no.
Not yet.
Plus, she says she's going to iron a shirt for me. So that's pretty awesome of her. I think if I start ironing it, it'd look worse than when I started. So she says she had some ironing to do, so she'll do it, knock it out for me. It's 12 noon here. Mike in Taiwan. Oh, yes, 12 as well. Yeah, that's what time it is here in the Philippines as well, just after 12. My lean so far, the people that I friended on your LS have all been great. They came over and showed me love as well. So that was awesome. Always, always enjoy meeting new people. I haven't seen what was his name, the guy called Guapo. I haven't seen him over yet, but doesn't mean he won't come over. I just haven't noticed yet. Oh, the real Joey B is coming to the house. Everybody, welcome. Joey B's in the house.
It's Bill, right?
How you doing, my? Yep,
Okay.
that is it.
Uh, yeah, you mentioned
Welcome,
Jerry Jones
friend.
talking about the Jason Garrett issue. He has no choice but to say he's going to keep him through the season because, if we can, uh, they want the playoffs. So
Right,
that's huge revenue. You wouldn't believe what kind of sales go on. People buy jerseys, what have you, cowboy stuff. It's just big money, and that's all it's about.
right,
And the Cowboys market themselves really well here. Jerry, is always on TV, at the news, and all the stations. It's like, geez,
right,
even women love the Cowboys. My
right.
neighbor across the street, she's brand new, and I asked her. I texted her the other day. I said, "Do you enjoy watching the Cowboys?" And she came back to me and says, "Who doesn't?" So it's like, wow.
Right,
Even my neighbor next to the north, she's like, "Yeah, I watch the Cowboys all the time." I said, "Well, come on over. We'll cook. We'll grill. Come on."
right,
So we party all the time together. We drink iced tea, but that's okay.
right,
We
right.
have fun.
Yep, right.
I
That's what
saw
it's
Mylene
about.
Rocca was here. Hello, Mylene.
Yeah,
Arlene.
she's in the house. I was on her LS earlier today.
Yeah, yeah. I think I was. I don't know. I get them all confused. I,
I
I
understand.
get
A lot of people, huh?
a lot of Filipinos that uh, hit the bell, and I'm very
Right.
appreciative. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
And then when I miss a live stream because I'm on another one,
Right.
it's like, oh well, let's go in. I use multiple. I'm lucky. I've got the laptop and 3 iPads I use plus my phone,
Right.
um,
Awesome.
so I can contact or say something. Cowboys just scored, but it's a little too. It's 20-31 with like 3 minutes. It ain't gonna happen.
No. 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 That was probably a courtesy score. But go ahead.
It was a good throw, actually. Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Wow. I've got 4:29 left.
Thank you,
So,
Mylene. Scolding them if they don't come show us the love. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody this morning about not being able to watch too much football here in the Philippines. It's very hard to find. It's
or,
it's like they block it out or something.
oh,
I'm
really?
not for sure. Yeah,
Because there are apps that you can watch it on CBS Sports if you get that.
yeah. I might try it again, but last time I couldn't get it.
Uh,
It just
I've done it on CBS Sports before. And then there are
yeah,
multiple outlets that are live.
right,
I was at a restaurant and it was, I don't know, the digital stuff on the roof, Dish
right,
Network, I think. And it went out because it was raining. And I pulled up my phone and watched the game. It's like, look at this.
right,
That's pretty
right,
cool. Everyone huddled around and watched on my phone.
right. Yeah, I used to have the hookup there in America. I have the
No, okay.
I had the bootleg deal there, and it worked fine, and I could watch whatever games. But here, I don't know what's the deal. And plus the games, if I stay up to watch the games, I'm up all night on on Sunday night here. So
Oh,
so
oh,
late.
the time
So
zone. Yeah, of course.
right. So I usually if I catch any game, it's usually like the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. I wake up early in the morning and can catch those sometimes on
Yeah,
ESPN
well, the,
five
those
here.
broadcasts are always suspect.
Right.
So I lost you there. Is there soccer there? Is that a big thing?
Soccer is here, but it's not that big. They are huge basketball
Oh, really?
fans. Yeah, NBA and then their own Filipino league. So that's what they love the most.
Ah, can you get the NBA games there? Or?
Well, I only have ESPN five, so I get usually it's East Coast or West Coast stuff. So like Golden State or somebody out that way is who we
Whoever they're
typically
playing, yeah.
right who they're showing. Well,
Interesting.
welcome guys. I see Mercury 3 is in the house.
3, how's it going? Come on, join us.
Come on in. The water is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Garnett, he should be fired 3 or 4 years ago, right? Sleeping together. That's pretty good, Mike. Uh, yeah, I have a few friends that like the Cowboys. We always get a nice joke with them.
Well,
Since
you live in Dallas and they're just all over, so it's
right.
entertainment, you know?
Oh yeah,
It's a conversation piece, really.
oh yeah. You probably a must. Yeah, I used to be a big Bears fan, and then Indianapolis got our Colts came
Yep,
there,
right.
and then I kind of switched over after a few seasons. So that's who I rooted for.
Yeah, I guess I rooted for the Bears. I lived in Wisconsin, but so I was a Green Bay fan at the time,
Oh yeah.
and the big rivalry. But then I went to school just north of Chicago, and they're on the news as well. So
Awesome.
it it all depends.
Right. Yeah, I was a huge fan back in '85 with the Mike Ditka and the Super Bowl Shuffle and
Oh yeah, the fridge.
right the fridge. That was a time to be a Bears fan, and
Yeah, it's
I was
funny. I
there.
was my parents had a house near where they retired to in Florida, Sarasota. Their neighbors, their son looked identical to Mike Ditka. I kid you not. And I'm sitting there going, God, who's this? And we're talking. I'm just sitting there like for 45 minutes. I'm going, you look like Mike Ditka. He goes, oh yeah, I get comments like that all the time. I'll go into a restaurant and they'll foot the bill for us. They think I'm Mike Ditka. I'm like, well, I would do the same thing.
Right. Awesome.
I don't wear my hats and if I'm shaved, people say, hey, you look like Phil Collins with your
Okay.
bald head, you know? It's like,
Right.
okay, yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
I can't sing or play the drums. That's for
Right.
darn sure.
Right. Yeah. I'm doing okay.
There you
I
go. You're
am.
back. Do you have to travel far to the wedding or is it close?
No, it's about an hour travel, so not too bad. But we'll probably be Filipino late. So even though my youngest son is part of the wedding, but
Now, do you take him or does somebody pick him up?
no, we're gonna be taking them.
Okay. Is there decent food at the reception?
Typically, yes. There should be really good food at this one.
Okay.
There we go. Welcome, Mercury 3, my friend.
Hello, Merc. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen, and I use that term loosely. How are you?
My gender is male, so you're correct.
Right.
Well, today I did something. Another. I got my. Where is it? My second GoPro 8. So I'm going to use two of them for
Wow.
my video. So I'm pretty excited to play.
You know, I bought a.
Yeah.
I begged my wife a few years back for a Hero GoPro Plus, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Put it on my motorcycle helmet. The
Uh
battery
oh.
won't. The battery won't stay charged on it when I'm going. And I had this huge crash right in front of me. I mean, within 100 yards.
Wow.
Minivan flying through the air, the whole 9 yards. I thought, man, I'm gonna make $1 million on this one. Checked it, the battery was dead. It
Oh.
quit. So
Wow.
I haven't touched it since. So I don't know. Maybe I should sell it. Anybody interested in an old GoPro?
I
This is
have
my.
a GoPro 7 Black, and I have battery issues myself.
It's my
Battery
fifth
goes pretty
GoPro.
quick. Wow.
No, I started with the 3 Plus, and it
Yeah.
records in 1080 60. So um, the reason I got the second 8 is that Super, whatever it's called. My first one, I put it in the dash of the truck. I've got knobby tires, so this box that it's on, it flexed anyway. Pop, 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 pop. And it was just smooth as could be the whole trip there and back.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, if it can do that, I mean, it's going to do great stuff for cooking videos.
Right.
Pricey, but oh well.
So how you doing, Bill?
Doing well today. I finally woke up. Finally got the coffee running through the veins enough that I was able to wake up. So now I'm just trying to keep cool and get ready to go to this wedding here.
You are cool, my friend. That's why we keep coming back.
Right?
Do you
Is
have
that
air
it?
conditioning there?
Yeah, but I try not to run it that much. The It is pricey electric over here, so and I got so many people, in and out that it doesn't stay cool. So,
I
but it's
saw
here.
another vlogger from the Philippines. She's north, just east of Manila, and she had to do like a class to get electricity. It was kind of weird.
I would believe it. They have a lot of like scheduled brownouts and that type of thing going on, and you got to really you know learn to use it lightly, if you will. If not, you can be shocked by electric bill around here.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, my electric bill here runs me about $250 a month. Well, that's
Right.
electric and water. When I'm in the Philippines, it'll run me, if you're lucky, right around 30, 35 for both.
Oh,
Right.
geez.
So I'm lucky. But if you're on a budget and you're running aircon, that aircon can really
Yeah,
eat
that
up
air
your
can.
electric budget right quick and in a
Exactly.
hurry.
How much aircon do you run, Mercury 3?
Well, here in Michigan right now, zero.
Right, right,
But when I'm in the Philippines, I'd lived there probably almost 4.5 years,
Uh-huh.
and I never bought an air conditioner. I just used fans and I just sweat it
Okay.
out. But my wife got really sick um,
Mm.
before she came to the United States, and she was showing symptoms of heat exhaustion, close to heat stroke.
Uh-huh.
And I said enough of that. I'm gonna bust open the wallet. I bought an aircon, and I only got to use it for like 5 days before we moved here.
Okay.
but she used it for about 4 months, and our bill went up probably $15, $15 to
Did it?
$20 a month.
That's
Yeah.
nothing. I pay three
Right.
hundred. I keep
Yeah,
it cold
Right.
though. It's 100
Right.
degrees here. I keep it at 71.
Right.
So
Yeah. If I was to do that here, I'd probably have about a $600
oh,
electric bill.
the only time I
It's
really use it is at night. I like when I'm trying to sleep.
right.
I like it cooler.
Yeah. Me too.
So at night, during the day, I just sweat it out. Just take a lot of
Right.
baths, towel.
Right.
I'd wear swim shorts and a tank top. Every time I
Right.
was getting too hot, getting a headache, I'd just go in the bathroom and pour some cool water over me and walk through the house dripping. I didn't
Right.
care.
Right.
Towel floors.
we have to
That's
remember
true.
too that you're using a lot of energy to cool everything down. So it's kind of
Right.
you go back and forth. So
Right.
thought experiment with it.
Yeah. The house isn't made to really hold in the cool here.
Right.
Uh, you always have some cracks in the windows or the doors, or you don't have insulation and all that good stuff. And
Yeah,
Yeah, you're so right on that, Bill, because if you look, there's no insulation.
yeah.
They
This
don't need
house is.
insulation.
I built this house and then I put extra insulation in on the walls and the ceiling in the attic, and it just. I mean, for like over a week, it'll stay cool, and it's 100 degrees outside, and people walk in
right,
like, "You run your air?" I'm like, "No, not yet."
Well,
right,
the average Filipino home are just 4-inch blocks,
yeah,
and
Okay.
that's what
that
this
doesn't really
is.
insulate too much,
No.
keeping stuff in. But the ceilings, they're usually metal roofs, which
Oh,
hold heat, and
Right,
they're open ends,
yeah,
and they'll have like some luan or some thin plywood separating the roof from the ceiling, and that
yeah,
doesn't really insulate.
no, not at all.
Granted, the cold air sinks, but it doesn't do a lot, especially if the door's open. If you got young kids, that door is never closed.
right, exactly.
No, really, they're just in and out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
yep. Somebody's always in and out, and they always
That'd
leave the
drive me
door
nuts.
cracked.
It's like
Like
my dog.
right,
In, out, in, out. I'm like, once is enough.
There you go, real Joey. Instead of doggy doors, we got to make kitty doors for the
right.
Philippines, where the kids can go in and out and it'll close behind them.
There it is. Now we even got one of those, things that pull the door shut, but it only pulls it shut. It don't go all the way to get that seal or whatever. So, and then even then, you still got a crack in the door. You see out
Right.
like,
Isn't it
Yeah.
amazing how much energy it takes to close a door, and yet nobody can seem to do it?
right, right. Like what happened?
Now, from a hardware standpoint, do you have like a Lowe's or a Home Depot? Or they have,
Yeah, we have City Hardware here in town. That's our, if you will, national hardware store.
They have like
Um,
an Ace too in a lot of
yeah,
the
and
stores.
right. Yeah, we have
okay.
Ace in the malls, but it seems not to carry as much as like the City Hardware or whatever,
Right.
as
Huh.
far as like materials and stuff.
You want to buy a electric efficient bulb like I forgot what they're called now, but
Yeah.
a really good light bulb. What would
Uh
cost
huh.
you, $2-3 here is going to cost you like 9 to 18 in the Philippines.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, the bulbs there, they like the incandescent bulbs, and if you're going to buy some of the ones that are really light efficient, you're going to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
And then of course, most of the time their return policy isn't that friendly. So you get it home and it don't work.
Well,
What are you,
usually, like
what
when
are you
I buy
talking about?
electric fans or electric stove or whatever I'm
Right,
buying there,
right,
they will try it out right in the store. They will
right.
unbox it,
Yeah,
try it in the store, and as soon as you get it
right,
Huh.
home,
That's
it
interesting.
don't work.
right.
I mean, they actually try light bulbs right there. They got a little station. Once you say this is what I want to buy, they'll bring it over. You see
Yeah,
it work, sir. They'll unscrew it, put it in the box, and you take it home. And when
yeah,
you get home, it don't work.
exactly. Yep, that's how they did with the air cons that we bought. They broke them right
Cowboys
out of the
scored
box.
against 24-31. They'll do an onside
Oh,
kick. 7 points away. We'll see what they won't win, but it's 2 losses in a row.
ooh,
Yeah, I gotta get to bed here soon. I've been trying to go to bed early. We had a death in the family this week,
Oh,
and we're having a
sorry
memorial
about
service
that.
tomorrow. Well,
sorry to
thank
hear
you.
that.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite aunts, she passed
Oh,
away,
Oh,
but
wow.
how old was she?
she was 75.
Okay.
Um, she was in California, and the family's bringing her back here to the rest of the family. So
Mm,
we gotta. I got that tomorrow. My mom's sister, so we're gonna go
I
to
feel
that.
blessed. My mom's 98.
wow.
Just amazing. She's gonna outlive us all. Golly.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I had a neighbor. He lived to be 102.
Oh wow.
wow.
His name was Aki. This is back in the 80s. That's how old he was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And every time you go there, he's smoking Pall Mall non-filters, and he had that little bottle of whiskey right next to him.
There
And
you go.
that old guy, he lived, but he grew the biggest pumpkins I ever seen in my life. He
Wow.
always had to, and that's what he loved. Every year he had to grow his pumpkins, and he had the best ones
And where was this? Where would you grow the pumpkins?
right in his yard.
I mean, what part of the world?
Oh, Michigan.
Really? Well, you get the longer days during the summer, so you get more light. So that just like Wisconsin, we had these gardens that were just incredible.
One day he chased me out of his yard. You want to see an old guy move?
And I follow people in Alaska. They have these just incredible crops
Me and his
because
granddaughter
of the daylight.
were playing in the yard, and
Yeah.
I jumped up on that pumpkin and I was hopping from pumpkin to pumpkin, and all of a sudden my foot went through one of the pumpkins.
Oh,
Oh, you want to see an old guy move? He's probably in his late 90s at the time, but he chased me out of the yard with a
wow.
stick. He was upset like you wouldn't believe.
That's hilarious.
I still feel
Wow.
guilty about that.
What's a good memory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather always said, "Remembrance to those that remember me." So you're thinking about them.
Right. Mike, we'll see you next time, my friend. Get some
Cowboys lost.
rest.
Oh, you're
Audie's in the house. Hello, my friend. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a couple days.
turn my iPad back on. I was having issues. This
So,
YouTube's
Bill, I
wearing
have
us
a
out.
question for you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, preparation there, when you plan ahead and you try to get, say, food stock or water stock set up or plan ahead, how do the locals, say your wife's Philippine family, how do they see that?
Um, to my knowledge, it is not done. I don't know anybody that stocks food here. Most of the time, you have what I've seen is food. If you have food, you have it for maybe a couple days out, and that's about all the stock a food that you would have. They're so used to everything being um, bought today, ate today, or tomorrow. I mean, that hardly anybody has like a freezer full of food or a pantry. At least what I've seen. So we don't have uh, very much stock in anything that I can tell.
Well, the reason I ask is I had when I lived there, I always planned,
Uh-huh.
especially with the national disasters,
Right, right,
typhoons, earthquakes, whatever's going to happen.
right,
And I always plan ahead. That's just what I do.
right,
And I had Lego sardines. I had at least 1 week to 2 weeks stock for 3 people,
right.
and that's water, food,
Hmm.
fuel for the stove because
Right.
we didn't. If you're out of electric, you just use the gas stove.
Gas, right,
The family and friends would come over and they'd say, "How come you don't give that away? You have a stock. That's a
right,
waste. Why are you wasting that food?"
right, right.
And it just seems so foreign and so weird to
Mm,
them that somebody would prepare for something.
right.
I was
I
just
would
wondering if
agree.
I was the only one that kind of prepared for the future there or
Yeah,
what.
yeah. Here, probably so. Like I said, I've never seen it. We we do stock up on water and rice, but that's about it that I can tell, anyways.
Right.
And
So,
maybe coffee if I have anything to do with it. But
Oh, you got to have coffee.
right, it's like what we're only buying two. Let's come on, let's
tea,
buy it.
iced tea.
Uh,
It's sun tea too. I can't
uh,
buy in Texas. I've got to go to Oklahoma to buy it.
okay,
It's crazy.
awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
I keep
Bill,
a pretty good stock here, just in case
Yeah,
of a disaster.
something
It's
happened.
it's mostly dehydrated foods,
Uh
so
huh.
you need a water source, and I kind of try to put that out there. There's some vloggers putting out the life straws and
Right.
stuff for water, but if you know how to desalinate, how to
well,
get
water's
water, how to
important. We have
boil it,
lakes here in
filter it,
Texas.
you're
I would
doing
scoop it
okay.
up and boil it if I had to.
Yeah.
But then I need the fuel to get to the lake and back.
Well, the
Right.
thing with the Philippines is they're surrounded by water, and it's either
Yeah.
salty or contaminated in
Right.
a national emergency event. So you need to know. It's a good idea to know how to take care of
Desalinize.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I just saw in one of the news alerts that the Pentagon here in the United States wants to send 70,000 troops to Asia around Iran because I don't know what they're working up to, which is scary.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
show of force. It's a deterrent. Um, doesn't necessarily mean that something's going to happen. It's just going to say, in my opinion, it would be like the equivalent of, okay, you got a slingshot. I have a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? It's a
Right.
show of force,
Lost you, but I know
deterrent.
what you're going towards.
So I kind of try to stay out of the politics, especially on YouTube. You can it's
Right.
really easy to offend.
Right.
Politics, religion, and sexual orientation seems to stir up a hornet's nest on here.
Right. Exactly. And then that's
So
what we try to do too. Even though I'm very opinionated on those subjects, I try not to touch them.
You got to be
So
careful. You do.
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
sometimes saying nothing at all is a better stand
Right.
because somebody's always going to want to argue and try to make you look the fool.
Exactly.
You can't win an argument with an idiot, and that's just
There
my
you go.
dad used to say that. Don't
Right.
argue. It doesn't pay. It don't
Right.
pay.
Right.
So So you
Well,
you've
thank you
been drinking.
guys.
Whoop, go ahead.
I was just
No,
want to thank
go ahead, sir.
everybody for coming. And don't forget to check each other out and
Because I
check out
guess we're
each
running
other's
off of
channel.
his internet.
So,
I've lost both of you.
Got
oh.
8 watching and 5 thumbs up. Please
Awesome.
give
Awesome.
thumbs up to our host. I
Appreciate
appreciate
that.
them. So you drink that 3-in-1, do you, Bill?
Yeah, that's about the only thing I can tolerate
Oh yeah.
as far as the coffee here. I'm used to back home. I just drink like just straight black coffee, and I didn't drink it all that much at home, but here it's like I gotta have it, and yeah, 3-in-1 is what I use. So
Well, I bought a coffee grinder. Every once in a while, you can get some really good coffee beans in the
yeah,
Philippines.
Mm.
Uh, my former wife's parents, I bought a farm, and it was wild coffee growing on the side of the mountain.
wow,
Oh wow.
And me and my father-in-law every morning would go pick different beans. He knew which ones to pick. We didn't pick them all.
wow, that's
And
very cool.
he'd dry them, then he'd roast them, and then we had a rotating crop of fresh coffee beans. And wow, that is some of the best coffee.
Yeah. I haven't had like, wow, this is a good coffee since I've been here. I've been told of some places to go to, but typically to go get a good cup of coffee, it's, I hate paying $2 American for a decent cup of coffee here,
Right.
you know. So, especially when the 3-in-1 is what, 10 cents or something.
Yeah, 10 pesos for a couple of packets.
Exactly. So yeah, paying the $2 plus for a cup is like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I like to. I got my wife when I first started making coffee there. I'd get the Folgers in the tins or whatever.
Right,
She didn't like it. She said it was bitter. Well, now she's hooked on it. We grind our own. We have espresso every day.
right, okay,
But a lot of them don't like the fresh coffee. They're used to the 3-in-1 or the 5-in-1.
right, exactly,
But if you put enough sugar and cream in it, they love it there.
right. Yeah. Seems like everybody's opened some type of coffee store here, and I tried to go to one back when I first came here. I was like, oh, here's a coffee shop. Let's swing in there this morning and get us a cup of coffee. Oh, they don't open till noon. Like what? Like, close this thing down. Don't open till noon for a cup of coffee. What?
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you need your Joe.
Exactly. It's like, why have a coffee store if you're not going to open till
Right.
afternoon?
Especially at breakfast, people. That's when they want their coffee, the caffeine.
Right,
Well, a lot of the coffee there is rainy season or merienda, late
right,
afternoon.
right.
Um, my family on the farm, they'd wake up and they'd have I forgot what it's called. It's kind of like Milo. Are you
Yeah,
feel familiar with Milo, Bill?
yeah.
That
That's what my wife drinks.
that chocolate drink, but there's
Yeah,
like oatmeal and grains and stuff in it, and they put the
mm,
boiling water in it, and they'll eat that
right,
for breakfast.
right.
And then they'll go work the rice field.
Wow,
But I like in the morning when I wake up, as soon as my eyes open, I want that fresh cup of coffee.
right. Me too. It's like over here, I can't focus until I got the coffee in the hand and start putting it in. Like, oh, where is that stuff?
Yeah.
So, Dave's Poems is in the house. Dave, welcome back, my friend.
Dave, how are you, bro?
Must be a little bit behind. I'm not seeing Dave on here.
It's Dave's poems.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Dave's Poems and Songs. Yeah,
yeah. Don't know if you've been to his channel yet, but he puts out some great stuff.
Oh yeah, I rang his bell. I
Thank you,
watched
Dave.
it. He
Awesome.
just put one out. He had the Santa hat on and everything, and watched it
Oh
today.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, just watched it today. How you doing, Dave?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Glad to hear it, Dave.
Dave, who you rooting for tonight? Are you I guess it's already over with. Were you rooting for the Bears or the Cowboys? He's way up there in Mass, so he's a Patriot.
He's literally around the world from you. Jeez.
Right. Yeah.
So, Bill, to get from where you live to back to Indiana, how long would it take you? Would it be a day?
Oh yeah. Just depending on how many layovers I get, but that's a good 24 hours worth of traveling.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
22 to 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to
Bill,
catch a
do
flight from Mindanao here up to Manila
oh,
typically,
okay.
and then somewhere like either Japan or Korea or
Korea. Yeah.
Taiwan or I've kind of flown different ways many different times. So
Yeah, I was going to ask that if they had an international airport down in Davao, but the closest to you would probably be either Clark or Manila.
yeah, well, Davao is an international airport. I just can't find a good path to get me to get me home within a reasonable time frame.
Okay.
So it hasn't worked out yet flying into Davao.
What would it cost to get back to Indiana? 1,000? 1,200?
Depending on how quick I wanted to do it,
Right.
but we flew back in March. We drove up to Chicago and flew out of there, and we planned ahead, of course. So we all four came over, two adults, two kids, for about $1,500.
Wow, that's not
Wow.
bad.
Yeah,
That's
that
actually
was
really good because it
yeah,
cost me
that's a
thirty five
great
hundred
deal.
for three of us.
Exactly, exactly. Now I paid as much as $1,400 just for me to fly back and forth.
Right.
But as long as you can plan it out and all that stuff, my wife is usually pretty good at that stuff. So Cali killing it in Cali TV is here. Welcome, welcome, my friend. And Dave and Mercy Whipple. Dave, Mercy, were you guys watching the Cowboys game as well? He's down there in Texas.
What part, Dave?
My
Yep.
brother's a
So,
Cowboys fan, and I'm not a Cowboys fan just because he likes them, and his ex-wife is from Dallas, and
okay,
uh,
okay.
and I'm not a Packers fan. It seems like everybody jumped on the Packers wagon,
Right.
but my ex-wife's grandmother worked for Barton Cherry Star,
Okay.
so I'm a Lions fan just because I live in Michigan and I'm really close to
Awesome.
them.
That's awesome.
All
We
right,
don't win much, but I smile.
Right.
your
At
buffering is
least they're not the Browns,
oh,
right?
it's something. So I'm gonna head out, folks. Appreciate you.
Okay. No problem. Good to see you, my friend.
Be safe. Drive safely to
Uh,
the wedding.
all right. Thank you. See
Have
you.
a
See
night,
you
Real
next
Joey.
time.
All right, thanks. Bye.
So we got Bears fans, 49ers fans. Rick, you're not rooting for the Colts there, my friend? I see you got the Bears for sure. Or you just rooting for the Bears this one time? I used to be a big Bears fan, but then the Colts moved to town, and I changed it up after a couple seasons. Let's see who else.
I just go Michigan across the board because I live here.
Right, right.
I do like
Yep.
the Red Wings, though. I like hockey.
Do you?
Yeah, I
I,
like watching the Red Wings play, and I like watching the Detroit Tigers play. So
right. Yeah, I always liked hockey, except for I was more of a, if we go to the games, that's when I really enjoy hockey. Not so much. I watched kind of the playoffs, but not the entire season or anything. And
that's
I
about how I
always
am with all sports.
are you.
Excuse me.
That's me with baseball and hockey. That's typically what I do.
You know, you
And
got
it
these guys that spit out stats and player
right,
stats,
right,
and just, that's not me. I got other things I'm interested in.
right, right,
But when it comes to the playoffs, I'll root for my team.
right. Exactly. Yeah, baseball has been rough. I've been a Reds fan for a while, and it's been rough.
Well, I got more important things to do than watch sport.
Yeah,
Growing up, I was more
exactly.
into hunting and trapping and fishing than I was
That's cool.
sports. So I never really kept up on it. I like the outdoors, and my
Right,
brother, he
right.
was into baseball, and every time baseball season was going in, we couldn't go camping because he had a game. We couldn't go here because he had a game.
Right,
Well, it,
right,
it pretty much wrecked me on sports growing up because it wrecked my summer.
right, right.
So
I can understand that. Let's see. Oh yeah, because you're from Indiana. That's right. I root for those Indiana teams. And Dave's poems.
he likes
He
the
likes
Bruins.
the Patriots and the Bruins. He's always wearing his Bruins hat on there. I'm not from Indiana, but I'm a John Mellencamp fan. If you know the band, John Cougar Mellencamp Band, I am friends with the bassist. He goes to my church.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you ever see him, um, and when I'm about to say his name, it just escaped me. See how
That's
that
old age,
works?
Bill. That's what
Man,
happens when we get old.
it's like I was about to shout out his name there, but he has a music school up in the north side of Indianapolis. Him and his wife.
Well, it
And
was John Cougar Mellencamp for a long time,
right,
but
right,
then he didn't want the Cougar, so it was just John Mellencamp, and then it was
right.
Mellencamp.
Yeah, yeah. He's went through those phases. Not as bad as Prince or nothing, but he didn't switch it to a sign yet.
Well, in my career, I got to meet a lot of wonderful and interesting, famous people.
Uh
I
huh.
don't want to give them shout outs,
Right, right.
uh, but, like Dixie Chicks, I got to
Uh
meet
huh.
them before
Right.
they made it huge famous. Pat Benatar, uh,
Careful.
Winona Judd,
Wow.
Weird Al Yankovic, the Sticks. I worked
Wow.
security for a lot of them for
Right.
quite a few years, and they're just amazing people. Their talent
Yeah.
is one of my favorite
Yeah.
was Martina McBride. She was so funny in John Anderson, the country singer.
Uh huh.
You see his videos, you think he's this like 6'12" guy, just this huge man, shorter than me. It's just the
Really.
camera angle. Yeah, he's
Right.
not a
Right.
very tall man, but just an awesome guy and very friendly. Just
Right.
great people. I got to meet a lot of great people.
That's cool. See, I'm originally from Illinois. I'm happy when finally met the members of Cheap Trick a few years ago.
Okay, Cheap Trick. All right.
Awesome. Yeah, that's Dave and Mercy he's talking about. Let's see. Yes, he started off John Cougar. Maybe he was scared off by some cougars or something.
Yeah, Cheap Trick was back in my day. That's
Yeah.
when my mom was yelling at me, telling me it was a devil's music. I
Oh
remember when
yeah.
I remember when Kiss first came out, and brought home me and my brother brought home the first record.
Right.
Oh, when she seen the cover of that and their makeup and everything, oh, we had a prayer meeting in our living room that night, and it got burnt. My mom was into burning books
Oh man, man.
and vinyl. That's when you had record players. We didn't.
Right, right,
We had the 8 track, but that was in the car. My dad had the 8 track.
right,
Johnny Cash was always on there, Orange Blossom Special and all that.
right. It's awesome.
Yeah, good memories.
Yeah. We never had to burn anything, but we did have to definitely hide some stuff that we listened to. Like that, I don't want my mom to hear this Pink Floyd or anything that I'm listening to right now.
Yeah. No, vinyl was a huge thing when I was growing up. Everybody had a
Yeah.
record, and you'd always
Right.
sneak those records in the house, the 45s, and
Right.
you
Right.
know, you had to get down to the store. We had a J.C.
Yep.
Penney's that always sold that stuff in the
Right.
town. Had to sneak down to the J.C. Penney's and get that new record and sneak it home and hope mom didn't hear it. And me and my brother would be up late at night with the earbuds in,
Right.
listening to it. If we thought dad
Right.
or mom were walking across the floor, hurry up and turn the record player off.
Right. Yep. Let's see. Oh, let's see who's on here. We got someone I just met today. Carla D2114 is in the house. Welcome. Met her on Ruthie's live stream this morning, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I've been to a couple live streams already today, so I think I seen you over on one of them, didn't I? Mercury 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I hit so many.
Right,
Maybe
me
Tom and Ruth.
too. Yeah, I think so. I think
I
that's
think it
who
was
it
on
was.
Tom and Ruth. I
Yeah,
really enjoy their chat. I've been getting really busy lately, so I've been
right,
hopping around and working on our own projects here.
right,
We got a few that we want to do. Some are funny. I'm not that funny of a guy, but we like
right.
doing fun stuff and try to
Oh
change it
yeah,
up so it's not the same old mundane.
right, right. Yeah, I like hearing your wife crack up in the background when you're doing some stuff.
She's awesome.
It's always funny.
My wife is such a blessing in my life. I am so
Yeah,
thankful for her because well, I can't say just because of that, but there's so many reasons. She's such a
yeah.
loving lady. Uh, I am thankful, and we do have a great time. And she's more excited about the channel than I am,
That's awesome.
and she loves it. She's an awesome lady.
Good, good,
Hopefully someday when we go to the Philippines, we can meet you and your wife, Bill.
awesome. Would love to.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
We're still shy. We don't
definitely.
show our faces.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I totally understand why. I don't know what I'm gonna do when somebody like comes up and recognizes me for the first time from YouTube. I mean, right now, I'm here in this smaller town, and not too many people, even know about us or whatever. And if I get
Well,
somebody who says, "Oh, I've seen you on YouTube," I'm gonna like, what?
well, if they're not
What?
throwing rotten eggs and tomatoes, you're okay.
Right, right. Well, I try not to. So, but you never know. People are offended by all kinds of different stuff. So,
Yeah, that's the world now. Everybody's
yeah,
offended by something.
exactly.
My goal is not to offend. Mine is to entertain and
Yeah,
inform. And if they have a problem with it, I'm sorry. I That's not my
right,
goal. I love
right.
everybody. I don't care.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we try to, we try to keep our channel PG and, something for, you know, everybody. We are, like I always tell it, we're a family blog. So you're going to see something from the kids all the way up to us and everywhere in between. So,
Are you worried about that new COPA law with children and stuff? How do you think that'll affect your channel and your family with kids?
Yeah, that's we're just trying kind of doing the wait and see kind of thing. We're trying to it asks you if it's for children or not for children, so we make sure we put everything is not for children, and
Right.
we just try to keep it safe. And I think if one day if we get gotten for it or whatever, we'll just learn and move on or whatever. So
Right.
it's there's nothing coming, no bananas coming my way right now, so I'm not too worried about if they tomorrow they can't cancel us or something. So
Yeah, I noticed that you get a lot of people, and you got some that go and they're searching for visitors or whatever you want to call them,
hmm
and then you get one, then you look at your count,
right,
and then you're down two, and the next day
exactly,
you're up four, and then you're down five. It's like
exactly,
you know I'm not really into the numbers. We're just having a great
right,
time right now. Uh,
exactly,
if something happens in the future, I'm happy for it. If it don't, we're not out anything. We're just enjoying. I'm actually gaining because I'm spending more time with my wife doing something together, other than cooking, cleaning, shoveling
right,
snow,
right,
or whatever.
right,
We're smiling and laughing.
right,
So that's what life is all about. Happiness.
exactly. I figured this is kind of good for the kids as well because even if we don't do anything with this, my kids got something to go back to and check out. Hey, say we moved to a different country or whatever. Hey, I remember my time being there and the things that we did, and I got all these videos where we went to this party or that wedding or that whatever. So
Right.
something for the future, I guess.
Well, I find it kind of comical on some places, and I've actually had this in live streams where people said, "Oh, you only have such and such number of visitors." Uh, it's like, yeah, so what? I mean, what is
Right,
this, high
exactly.
school? Are we in a
Right,
popularity contest here or something?
right, right,
So they don't even want to talk to me because I'm under, like, 9 million subs.
right, right.
It's all good.
Exactly.
They made
Yeah,
me smile, so they did a good job.
right. Exactly. I figure, the bigger you get, the more trolls that hit you anyway. So,
Yeah. Well, it's bound and determined to happen, and
exactly.
you got some people to help you out.
Exactly. Well, I've enjoyed all your stuff. So,
I try to keep it clean. My wife and I try to keep it clean, and
yeah.
she's just really shy. You know, I'm not really a talker. I got a
Right.
cold going on, so I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Um, she's really shy to talk. I try to engage her, flying turtle, whatever.
Right,
But she
right.
loves to laugh. She loves to sing. In that one
Awesome.
video we were doing, I forgot. I don't remember if it was the MRE video or if it was
Mm-hmm.
the. Well, I think it was both of them. Um, I was shaking up the uh, the coffee, or not
Uh
coffee, the
huh.
cappuccino or whatever, and she starts out singing a shake, shake, shake. Like,
Right,
well,
right.
you're gonna get us demonetized before we're
Right,
even
right,
monetized. Thing.
right.
We had a good
What?
laugh every time she hears that. She just cracks up.
Right. Well, she can sing it herself. She just can't play the music to it. That's where they get you.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Uh,
Yeah,
Dave's poems and songs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Thank you very much. I try to be a nice guy, a good guy. I
definitely.
really appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot to me. But some people, in I don't know. I've already got one video that I when I was doing the editing, free music. I thought, free music is good music. Put it on there. And next note I got from YouTube was your videos being
Copyright.
demonetized. Yeah, copyright.
Yeah,
It was like the third one I ever put up in my life. It's like,
exactly.
oh wow. So it
Right,
took me. Now if you look at the video, it sounds like garbage because I removed it. It's my
right.
video. If they're gonna make money on my video, I should be able to make money on there. We should at least split it half and half.
Right, exactly.
And no, they're going to take the whole thing. I said, well, if I don't make nothing, nobody makes nothing, and I'll leave it up, and somebody can say it's ugly. I don't care.
Right. The best that I've seen so far, my wife would get me some music off of the free music deals, and I kept getting hit with it. It's like, what, Merce? I can't use this stuff because next thing you know, I'm getting a copyright strike.
Yeah, right.
So we started here on YouTube. I say here, even though I'm on StreamYard, but they have music, and I most of their music will say you can use it free and clear, and then there's a few of them that says you can use it if you use if you put copy their link into your info down at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So I just go through there and pick out some songs and have those on file to use. They're not the greatest thing, but they are free, and I've never gotten a strike from using YouTube music. So
I'll have to learn how to do that.
yeah, I don't exactly know how, or I tell you, my wife doesn't know. She showed it to me. Here's the YouTube music. Oh, okay, let me pick out a few.
Yeah, some days I
So
feel like a guy with a blindfold on trying to walk through New York traffic. With this.
right,
I just go through it. If somebody says it's bad, then I fix it.
right,
Bigyan mo
exactly.
na sa kanya yung green apple.
Da-
Stay.
David, I see you said you got the audio library, and that is the one that I we were using until I kept getting strikes.
That's what I had to.
Yeah. So be
It,
careful.
it's free to use, but if you use it in your video, they're going to say that somebody else has the copyright to it. So if your video is monetized, you get nothing. So why do they give it for free? Why don't they warn you ahead of time?
Exactly. Exactly.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
But, well,
Yeah.
anyways, Bill, I think I need to get ready for bed. It's
Yeah.
12:07.
Hey,
We got
okay,
a
I
busy
understand.
day tomorrow, and
Okay.
thank you for having me on again. I really
Hey,
appreciate it.
appreciate you coming on.
I
It's
enjoy it.
always a pleasure.
I enjoy being here. I enjoy you and your family. I appreciate you very much. And thank you for your
Thank you very
support.
much.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. And if you guys, if any of you don't know Mercury 3, go check out his channel and show him some love. And we'll see you next time, Mercury.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You have a great day.
Hey,
Enjoy
thank you,
your
man.
wedding.
I'll definitely
Well, not
try.
your wedding, the other person's wedding. You already
Exactly.
had yours.
Right. Many years ago, right?
Yeah. So, all
All right.
right. Thank you. And thank you, everybody. Dave's Poems and Songs, David and Mercy Whipple, the rest. Thank you very much. You all have a great night and God bless.
All right. God bless, man.
Got to figure out how
Thank
to
you,
get out of
guys.
here. All right, there I am.
There's a
Bye for
trick.
now.
All right. See you. All right, guys. Sorry I haven't been keeping up with all the everything that you guys are writing, but we do see it, and appreciate you guys for being here, especially and checking us out. Yeah, we got a wedding to go to today in Gensan, so I thought I'd jump on here beforehand. My wife says we're Going to be leaving soon, so I need to be getting off here. But
Dad, no one my clothes is
so you've had 2019 views so far for 2019. That's awesome. How many months have you had your channel, uh, David and Mercy? We really started. I don't know how long my wife has had this channel, but we really started doing videos for it back right before we came here. So back in March of 2019. Hey, I appreciated Dave's poems. Less than 4. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully everybody is had a good day. If you're headed to bed over there in beautiful America, parts of it snow covered still. It is probably going to be about 95 here today. And also, I don't know if you guys were on earlier. I spoke of the. Uh, we did have another earthquake last night. It was about 8 o'clock p.m. maybe over here. It was centered in Davao. It was a 5.7 is what they're saying. But that's far enough that we felt it, but it wasn't too horrible. So we were heading for the door, and it kind of gave out. So, and I haven't heard of any like major damage or anything. Posted on August the 11th. Awesome. 18 inches in 2 days. And it's windy. Wow, Audie, my friend. Feel bad for you, my friend. Yes. Unless you just love the snow and the wind and stuff, then hey, I'm excited for you. But working out in that mess for so many years, I don't feel bad. Where are you, Montana? Here, I am in Mindanao, Philippines. Where I am and my family. So the southern big island of the Philippines. So how's the weather out there in Montana? Well, I seen you had snow, so I don't know if you still have snow or if that video was a few days old now. At least you didn't have 18 inches like our friend did. Also bad tires. That's not a good match, my friend. To have bad tires and all that snow. Cold, yes, snow on the ground. Worn out tires. Oh man. Cold, yes, snow on the ground. Working on South Carolina video. Awesome. Did you go to Myrtle Beach? That's where I went to when I went to South Carolina. 29 Fahrenheit. That is cold. Not even done with adding time on the second half for pictures. We already have 15 minutes. Yeah. Maybe you need to do a two-parter. Back in my younger days of YouTube, I used to put on some pretty long ones. I mean, my wife still will put on a long video, but I tend to see the shorter ones under 10 minutes or so do a little better. Hello, Mercy's mom. I didn't see who it was. I think Mercy's cousin is still here too. So yes, Myrtle Beach a few times. Yeah, I wanted to. When I went to Myrtle Beach area there, I wanted to go golfing. So I brought my clubs, but I was with a friend of mine, and we stayed in their condo they had. So I kind of ended up doing what they wanted to do. So we went to the beach and doing boardwalk and all that kind of stuff. Brian is afraid of Mindanao. Yes, Brian, I'm the person that Brian talks to about if he had to come down here to see Marcel in Mindanao. I was going to help him out with that. And I know where to go and where not to go and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah. There's Mindanao has a very bad reputation, and it's not as bad as if you know what you're doing. It's not that bad, but you can't be flashy here if you're an American or a foreigner. So there's ways to get around here without having issues. But a lot of like our U.S. embassy will tell you not to come to Mindanao. So. But Davao down here, where we have a house, is probably the safest place in the Philippines for a foreigner. So you got the safest spot, maybe not the safest. So she was behind you in the kitchen. I think that was her cousin that's here. Yeah, we got a family wedding going on, so we'll have a lot of people running through here. Everybody's getting ready to go. Except for me, you see me just sitting here being beautiful. Uh, yeah, that right there is Mercy's cousin. So who just celebrated her birthday the other day. All right. Well, where not to go in Mindanao? Well, Audie, there's different places, and I've been to some of the places, and you'll see the videos of me going into these places that you shouldn't go in Mindanao, and it's any place can be bad, but I think you've seen the video where we're in Cotabato City. They tell you not to go there. Kitty Pawan is another place they tell you not to go that I've been to, and there's some other places. I, I got a video if you first open up my stuff, and you'll see the car on the side of the road, and I'm talking about it. That's another place. I don't say the name of that place, but it's in the video. You'll see the police station. But that's another place they tell you not to go if you're a foreigner. Now, this is not the same thing true for Filipinos, but foreigners. And the reason they tell us not to go there is because um, people have been kidnapped from those areas. Foreigners have been, and they hold them for ransom, that kind of thing. Yeah, say hi before she leaves. I'll tell her hi. Merce, they're telling your cousin hi back here at the being. Dave and Mercy Whipples. She's saying hi. Did you guys see her there? That is Mercy's cousin. She just celebrated her birthday the other day. I won't say her age. Thank you guys for saying hi to her. Bill, I have to go. I understand, Dave. Talk to you some other time. Thank you, Dave's Poems. Appreciate you coming by. And you guys, I think my wife is far enough ready now that I can try to start getting ready. I already have my shower and stuff. I don't have to shave. One of the good things about having a beard, I don't have to do that step. All right. Again, thank you guys for coming to our live stream, and appreciate you friending each other and showing love to each other. And don't forget to check out our videos. I had one up that's pretty funny, where I'm selling stuff here in the Philippines. I think I posted it yesterday. Today's video is just about a hotel that we had stayed in the other day on one of our trips. Thank you very much. Yes, junk cars asking 4K. Right, Audie, that is correct. They like to ask a lot of money for those cars. Have a great day. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We will try to stay safe. Never know when a earthquake is going to hit this part of the Philippines. And you guys stay blessed and be good to each other. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and check out some of my other stuff that we put on here. Till next time, you guys, check out the Rileys. Bye for now.